Hello, it's SurvivingTSC again, and I wanted to make another video, basically like an update about my daughter. Um, Health-wise, she's still progressively like doing great, I guess. And like my term, she's doing excellent. Like she's almost like a normal child. Like we haven't seen an event or a seizure. I like to call them events. We haven't seen one in what seems like 2 to 3 months. It's been a while, maybe 2 months. But it's been forever. And to just stop and realize that this is what a normal family life is, where you can go to the grocery store, you can go to daycare, you can go to school, you can go to work, and you can go do your normal activities, and you don't have to be stressed about, is my child having a seizure? Is she going to get hurt from that seizure? Is that seizure going to cause her damage? Is it going to cause her pain? And like, it's so great to know that as of right now, you don't have to worry about that. Like, you can go shopping and be like, not even think about it. Like, it's just amazing. Like, totally amazing. Um, my hair has grown back now because it's been over a year since the surgery. Her hair has grown back, and you really can't at all tell that she had a surgery. She has a really big scar. I don't even know how big, but it's huge. Um, no hair grows on it. Like, no, it's a typical scar. She does have a few gray hairs from the surgery, but it's part of the course. It's kind of cute, I guess. Um, Also, her mental capacity is just so amazing. Like she now like has conversations with us. We'll be able to talk to her. I know one of the most recent ones. Well, it wasn't really recent, but it's the most memorable one. It's like the first conversation I ever had with my daughter. Literally, the first conversation I had with my daughter. Um, we live in a two-bedroom townhome thing, and the bedrooms upstairs, kitchen, living room, dining rooms all downstairs. I don't allow my kids to take food upstairs. It's a no. You don't do it. And so I gave her a little snack. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was like a gummy fruit snack or something. I handed it to her, and she was right there on the steps, and I told her that she could take it up to her room. And she looked at me with this just cherry-eyed face and said, "Really?" And she doesn't pronounce words like the normal American. It's it's really hard to describe how she pronounces them, but I knew that that's what it was. My husband knew that that's what it was, and I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And she went off and climbed up 2 stairs, turned around, and went, yay! It was the most memorable time of my life. Like literally, just talking about it puts me in tears. Like there were tears right now forming in my eyes. It is so wonderful and just tremendously great to just hear my daughter have a conversation with me, and then for me to be able to follow with it and like understand it. It's that feeling is undescribable, just undescribable. You wait 5 years to talk to your child. You wait 5 years to have a conversation with your child. And then when you finally do, it doesn't matter what that conversation was about, you will never forget it. Never. And it's kind of like, it's just unbelievable. Just words cannot describe how I feel about it. And we had to, tell everyone, tell our family, and now it's like the ongoing kind of like joke and stuff, and it's amazing on how well she is doing. Her talking skills. I mean, she's even like able to now pronounce a few of her words more correctly, and it's just amazing to see how great she has done in the past year. And The surgery was October 7th of 2010, and here it is, January 6th of 2012, so it's well over a year, and she has only had a handful of events, and it's just, it's absolutely wonderful. I mean, to see the progress that she has had, and to see the progress that she has gone through, it's wonderful. The step back on Xbox, um, a recap. They took out the left, the, this is so confusing. They took out the white part of her brain that controls the left part of your body. So she was basically paralyzed on her left side, and you can see it and you can tell. Um, it was so bad that even facial features on her left side were weak. Her eyelid around here was dripping. It would sag down. Her lip, corner of her lip was um sagging down. Her cheek muscles weren't as defined as they used to be. It basically looked like my daughter had had a stroke. That is the best way to describe it. And she could not she could not use any part of the left body side of her body. She could not move it in any way. And now she is walking and running and jumping and climbing stairs and furniture and using her left hand as a helping hand. So it's a helper hand. And she you can still see some of the effects of it. It's pretty defiant in her left leg and in her left arm and her left hand. But you can also still see it on her face. So this will probably always be there. You will probably more likely always be able to see it. Her reflexes are also affected. Instead of a smooth action reflex like the rest of us have, hers is shaky slightly like an infant. It's jumpy and it like goes like this. It's bouncy. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, you would only have the only way I can think of is you guys to see it. Um, and so it's kind of interesting and fascinating to see how things have just progressed. Um, I just lost my train of thought. Wonderful. Um, I guess I'll just have to make another video at another time to do a little bit more. I thought about it, and it's just it. It also affects the family mentally. There we go. That's what I wanted to go to. Mentally, I'm struggling with some situations on the fact that the doctor did mess up, and it affects them, and you can tell, and it frustrates me, and it makes me say, why did I do that to my daughter? Why did I put her through it? Why? How? What kind of mom does that? How could I have done that? I'm a terrible mom and whatnot. Like I'm putting myself down, knowing that the best result was for her to get it done, even with the accident that happened in it. And I just can't seem to emotionally accept it and mentally and emotionally just say, okay, it's done, it's over with. It's the best thing that's happened. She's okay. Um, so I mean, you have to go through your phases and your acceptance and your disacceptance and unacceptance and everything, and it affects the entire family and affects the family that I don't even live with. And you have to have a huge support system to be able to go through something like this. You have to be a really strong family and person to be able to do this. And I'm very thankful that I have that and that I am. Um, it's it's working out right now. So that's that's the best I'm gonna cover it, as well as my movie is really really long and I have to be on the walk. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Rude criticals are not welcome, but if you must, go ahead. I don't get fazed by them because you're not in my life. you don't, you're not going through what I'm going through, so you have no idea what it feels like or whatnot. So I don't, it don't bother me. Anyways, thank you, and today's Friday, so happy Friday.